I'm Nicky Davison. As becomes apparent to most people pretty quickly, I'm not from here. I was actually born, raised, and went to school in England. This is a picture of the street where I grew up. But I left England when I was in my 20s and actually went out and lived in a mud hut in Kenya. And this is my first experience with teaching. And you'll see on the bottom right of the pictures, that was my first class I ever taught straight out of school. I moved later on in life to Pohnpei in the Federated States of Micronesia, which is where I met my husband and had my first kid. Later on, my husband and I moved down to American Samoa and spent 6 happy years down there. In terms of my education, this is the school that I went to. I actually did a vocational certification. So I actually was 4 years in school, but of those 4 years, 2 years were actually working on farms, and then 2 years was kind of intensive in school taking classes. Since then, I've actually taken a master's in tropical agriculture, and I've also done some postgrad certs in both adult education and in community nutrition. So I have a fairly broad background when it comes to education. My working life has been primarily in agriculture and nutrition. While I was in Micronesia, I was working on a community nutrition program. In American Samoa, I taught at the community college there, I taught nutrition. And since then, I've been involved in a federal program here in Hawaii that was teaching nutrition out in the community, and also teaching here at LCC for the past 10 years. My interests, besides all agriculture and nutrition, are, no surprise, gardening. I do quite a bit of that. When we first came here to Hawaii, this was kind of what my garden looked like, and those little fluff balls on the right, something that we introduced a few years ago. And through the work that we've done on the garden since then, I now have a nice little chicken coop and lots of bananas and all kinds of other stuff. I think I counted 40 different plants at the last go around. The other things I like to do, I like to bike. I've done a couple of the century rides, mostly getting saddle sore. I'm no great biker, but I actually made it through. I play soccer on a regular basis with a bunch of over 30 ladies. We're the best or worst team in the league, depending on how you like to measure things. We don't win very many games, but we have a lot of fun. I also like hiking, and when time allows and money allows, traveling too. I'm married. I have 2 kids. You saw pictures of them when they were babies. One of them is actually an LCC grad. He did 2 years here and then went to the mainland for a couple of years to get his bachelor's. And my other son is a graduate of UH Manoa. They're also Mililani Trojans, so I apologize to any of my students who end up being rivals to the Trojans, but I'm a Trojan soccer mom. I look forward to working with all of you this semester. My teaching philosophy is really keep it real, keep things hands-on. I'm also exploring OER, which is Open Educational Resources, so you should not be required to have a textbook for my classes. There's lots of great stuff out there on the internet and in libraries that we can use instead of the expensive textbooks. And I always look to learn something new each semester. My classes, I think, are a journey of learning for both you and for me, and I always get as much out of the class as I hope you will get from my classes. So I look forward to seeing you this coming semester, and hopefully we'll have some fun. Thanks.